Space power. To more power.
What's up, my peeps? Welcome to another episode from your favorite urban traveler. Now, let's get right into it. As the thumbnail suggests, you lucky people are about to see the first DJI Avata over the Hudson River. Yes. How that came about is I've always, as a content creator, I've always tried to give you the best visuals, the best cinematic footage I could give you with my limited abilities. But I think DJI has just made it so that is about to be stepped up a notch. I was watching this movie Ambulance, and the cinematic production was just off the chain. It was stupid, and I was wondering how they did that. So I went and did my research, and turns out they use what's called an FPV drone, which is a first-person view drone. So I knew I wasn't about to make my own FPV. So luckily for me and many other drone pilots, DJI released the Avata, and that has become, to me, that's a game changer. It's just opened a whole new world for me, and I wanted to share my fourth time. I'm nowhere near talented enough to say I came out here in one shot, poof, I did all this. No, but my fourth effort, I was comfortable enough to take, because after all, I did invest some money into this thing, so I didn't want to just drop it into the river, right? But after a while, I got comfortable enough to take it out and bring you footage like this. Right off the bat, first thing I'm impressed with is right out the box, I'm able to fly this thing like I really know what I'm doing. And I absolutely love how close I can get to the ground, which I couldn't do with the other drone because when it was far away, I had no real perspective of what it was doing. But with these goggles that come with the Avata, they allow me to see exactly where the drone is going. And I love it. I'm telling you, straight up game changer. That was my very first time ever trying something like that, but this motion controller makes it all possible. The second thing I'm most impressed by with the Avata is the video clarity. I mean, look at these images. This is straight out the box. No ND filters, no color correction in post, just point the controller and fly. Unless I have the perfect right angle straight on, I find I'm still a little nervous about going into tight spaces quickly. So I still slow down and I go through with a little caution because I don't want to be dropping my drone in the Hudson, right? And then there are those semi-tight spaces that I feel real comfortable with. These colors are just ridiculous. I mean, to be able to get footage like this straight out the box, my images don't even come out this clear with my Nikon. Now, I keep seeing these videos from FPV pilots talking about the drone doesn't do this, the Avata doesn't do that, like it doesn't flip over, you got to worry about so-and-so. And when I got it, I was like, well, I don't have to worry about that because I can't do that anyway. And my point is, this drone is not for you. It's not for the professional FPV pilot. It's for beginners like me. I think of DJI decided, okay, we want to get guys who just fly their drones or fly the regular drones. We want to get them into FPV. That is hard to say. FPV. FPV piloting. And so for me, I am so glad DJI came out with this, and hope you guys can stop hating. Because, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I like my Avata. To fly it is exciting and scary at the same time. Getting it to do magical tricks, you know, that I've seen in the movie, like I saw in the movie Ambulance, when I can do that, I'm really happy. But for now, flying it the way I do and just taking chances with it, you know, I know that I don't really have to worry about crashing it because of the bumper guards. I'm not going to go anywhere crazy with it, like, you know, granted, I did take it out over the water, but I didn't try to do somersaults or flips with it while it was out over the water. One of the things I try really hard not to do is fly directly over people. And for the most part, I think I've been pretty good at it. Now, as you can see, I'm already comfortable flying in spaces like this. But this next maneuver took me about 5 tries to just get up the courage to do it. What's so amazingly cool is how the Avata hovers and moves so slowly. It's almost as if I'm working with a Steadicam or a dolly. But don't get it twisted, this is because there's no wind. What I mean is the Avata will always stay in place. We'll fight to stay in place, actually. But the shots right before this of Lower Manhattan had to let it out in post because the wind was crazy, but the Avata held its position. So what happens is, to fight the direction the wind is pushing her, she has to tilt. And sometimes she has to tilt a lot to stay in place, but she will stay in place. And it still gave me that smooth rotation. If you look back, you'll see what I'm talking about. That was a good shoot. Obviously, I have a long way to go before I'm anywhere near as good as the professional FPV pilots. But I'm going to keep flying. Like I said, I've only taken it out a few times, and I'm being extremely careful. I can't even lie. I'm being so careful with this thing because I don't want to dump it. I don't want to crash it. I've heard people say, you know, they crashed it the first time they took it out. They crashed it a couple of times. I've been fortunate enough not to have crashed this thing yet. And my number one rule has been, if I feel in any way that I can't do it or I'm uncomfortable in any way as I approach an obstacle, I abort it. It's really that simple. I'm keeping it safe until my skill level gets up to where, you know, the professionals are. And that's going to take a while. And I'm okay with that. Just stick with me if you will, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the new DJI Avata. Obviously, you probably noticed that I didn't give you any of the technical aspects of the Avata because there's so many other videos out there doing that. So I just wanted to show you what it looked like from an amateur's point of view. And I am an amateur, so I will continue to get better. So leave me a comment, let me know what you think. And come on, hit the like button. Just hit the like button. It's not going to cost you anything, but it will help my video, okay? And stay tuned for the next video because some of you already know that I was at the Vikings 1000th game. Which means I was at the game where they made NFL history, and you're going to see that in the next video as well. Peace.